What if the most powerful person in history wasn't a king, an emperor, or a general, but a banker? In early modern Europe, the man who commanded nations was Jacob Fugger, whose estimated wealth would top $400 billion in today's money. He was so rich, he kept kings, popes, and emperors on their toes. But even before Fugger, a group of warrior monks engineered a financial revolution so effective it fundamentally changed how money moved across the globe. The monks were gone, but the system they created, cross-border finance, trust-based banking, and credit mobility, was absorbed and perfected by institutions that followed. The Knights Templar were founded initially as protectors of Christian pilgrims traveling to the Holy Land. But their integrity and vast international network soon led them to evolve into international bankers. They created what many historians call the world's first international bank. They devised a system that was essentially the first ATM. A traveler could deposit gold or silver at one Templar fortress in Europe and receive a sealed parchment, an early form of a letter of credit. Upon arrival in the Holy Land, they could withdraw the exact amount from another Templar outpost, entirely eliminating the risk of carrying heavy coins through dangerous territory. This system functioned purely on trust and meticulous record-keeping. This trust was immense. Centuries later, another financial titan rose to reshape Europe, Jacob Fugger. He came from humble origins, the son of a cloth merchant, but his ambition was immense. With wealth estimated at 2% of Europe's GDP, Fugger wielded financial power that influenced politics and war. He built his empire on diversification and calculated risks. He specialized in asset-backed lending, providing loans to rulers like Archduke Sigmund of Austria in exchange for access to and control over key copper and silver mines. Fugger eventually achieved near-monopolistic control over copper, a vital resource for making weapons like cannons and bayonets. His political influence was unrivaled. When Emperor Maximilian needed funding to reclaim Vienna, Fugger stepped in. Even more dramatically, Fugger financed approximately 64% of the election expenses for Charles I to become the Holy Roman Emperor, ensuring Charles was deeply indebted to him. But Fugger's most lasting and controversial legacy involved the Church. For centuries, the Catholic Church had banned the charging of interest, calling it usury. Fugger argued that charging interest was fair compensation for the inherent risk of a loan. In 1515, Pope Leo X, desperate for funds to complete St. Peter's Basilica, issued a decree that legalized charging interest on loans involving risk, labor, or cost. However, Fugger's involvement in financing Archbishop Albrecht's deal to sell indulgences, certificates absolving sin, created immense backlash. Critics accused the Vatican of selling itself to a greedy merchant. This discontent contributed significantly to the start of the Protestant Reformation led by Martin Luther. From the Templars' innovative credit system to Fugger's financial control over popes and elections, both stories highlight a crucial concept. Real power is often invisible. The Templars' techniques of cross-border coordination and trust-based banking became the foundation for modern international finance. Fugger demonstrated that financial resources, when strategically applied, could reshape religious doctrine and political destiny. Whether through medieval ATMs or the financing of empires, history shows that while political systems and empires rise and fall, the mechanisms of financial power, innovation, adaptability, and the creation of trust are the blueprints that endure. If you enjoyed this deep dive into hidden histories of money, be sure to check out our other videos and subscribe to the channel.